kettle black. So I mean, but I mean, you're not insinuating that,
That
that
he's
50
gay?
Cent is.
There are Hollywood feuds that fade away quietly, and then there are feuds like the one between 50 Cent and Vivica Fox. So loud, so wild, and so persistent that it almost feels like they're bound to clash forever. Their story involves rumors of hidden motives, accusations of seeking publicity, and heated social media drama that refuses to die down. Some say they were once madly in love, while others claim it was doomed from the start. One thing is certain: these two have never learned how to let go of each other. The feud has erupted again, and it's messier than ever. Prepare for twists, turnarounds, and secrets that might make you question everything you thought you knew about their relationship. They first caught the public's eye at a time when both were skyrocketing toward the peak of their careers. Vivica Fox had long since cemented herself as one of Hollywood's most versatile actresses, admired for her roles in blockbusters like Independence Day and Set It Off. 50 Cent, on the other hand, was a blazing hip-hop sensation who just unleashed the chart-topping album Get Rich or Die Tryin. People called them an unlikely match. She was older, more experienced in the entertainment industry, and carried herself with grace. He was the brash, streetwise rapper who'd soared out of Queens, seemingly unstoppable in the music scene. Yet sparks flew the moment they met at the BET Awards in 2003. Whispers spread that 50 Cent was so taken by Vivica's elegance that he couldn't tear his eyes away. Soon, those rumors evolved into undeniable proof when they appeared together at the MTV Video Music Awards that same year, walking the red carpet hand in hand. It was an iconic moment. Fans on both sides thought they were witnessing the beginning of a genuine power couple. People couldn't help but wonder if they were looking at the next big Hollywood meets hip-hop romance. But listen to this. It wasn't just their fans who felt the chemistry. Insiders claimed that Vivica had never been so open about her personal life before, but she seemed captivated by 50 Cent's raw energy and softer side behind closed doors.
Vivica Fox.
She said, like something about a nigga being gay or need to question himself. And then I'm going, oh shit, what the fuck making her say something like that?
He, too, appeared enthralled by her glamour and confidence, admitting in interviews that she had him wrapped around her finger. Their public appearances became instant headline material, and for a short while, it looked like they could do no wrong. As soon as they let the world in on their romance, the cameras never stopped following them. Tabloids clamored for every detail, churning out both truths and exaggerations. The attention was immense. Vivica had been in the spotlight for years. But 50 Cent's fame was of another breed. His gritty backstory, his controversies with fellow rappers, and his unapologetically bold persona fueled public curiosity in a way that even Hollywood starlets weren't used to. She wanted love, he wanted privacy. Or at least that's how the story went. It wasn't long before cracks began to show. 50 Cent prided himself on maintaining a tough image, but Vivica knew a kinder, more vulnerable side of him. They found themselves at odds over how to present their relationship in front of the whole world. Fans saw them as a mismatched puzzle, glamour meeting street. But the real issue, according to rumor, was that neither side could fully agree on how open or private they wanted to be. There were also constant whispers that 50 Cent's tough guy brand might clash with being publicly smitten. It gets crazier. Instead of talking things out behind closed doors, they took subtle jabs at one another in interviews. One would say something sweet, the other would undermine it in the next breath. The tension brewed slowly, but it was there. Fans could sense it in the awkward glances and the contradictions in their statements. And when issues are left unresolved, they inevitably blow up. The meltdown started quietly with rumors and cryptic quotes. Before long, it escalated into a full-blown spectacle. One day, 50 Cent was gushing about how Vivica's presence kept him grounded. The next day, he was on a radio show, implying that she exploited his fame for her own gain. This blindsided Vivica, who felt she was already successful in her own right and needed no boost from anyone, especially not from a man she genuinely cared for. The tabloids couldn't get enough of the drama. They reported that 50 Cent was bragging about being single on air, while Vivica was somewhere filming a new movie.
And then you said?
And then I thought about it, and I said, when I thought about it, I said, oh no, this bitch think I'm gay because I let her lick my ass.
Unaware that she'd been dumped. When she finally heard the news, she was reportedly furious and deeply hurt. Meanwhile, he flitted from interview to interview, dropping loaded comments about clingy women and fake love. She fired back, insisting that if anyone was faking a relationship for publicity, it certainly wasn't her. But that wasn't all. 50 Cent then released songs laced with lyrics that fans believed were direct attacks on Vivica. He seemed to relish stirring the pot, and she refused to stay silent. She slammed him for being immature, telling anyone who would listen that he had never truly learned how to handle a serious relationship. The public ate it up. Were they both to blame for oversharing? Or was 50 Cent deliberately stoking the flames to maintain his bad boy persona? Nobody knew for sure. What was clear was that this love story had mutated into a very public and very messy feud. After the chaos of their breakup, one might have expected them to fade from each other's orbit. Instead, they became caught in a toxic dance of blame and retaliation that only fueled more headlines. Vivica Fox, fed up with 50 Cent's endless potshots, began calling him out in interviews for his penchant for going nuclear when things didn't go his way. She believed he had a habit of ghosting conflicts rather than facing them like an adult, citing how she'd learned from a friend, rather than 50 himself, that he'd ended their relationship. Meanwhile, 50 Cent kept feeding the gossip mill, cracking jokes about Vivica's motives and claiming she was never truly invested in him. He portrayed her as controlling and overly dramatic. Fans were divided. Some saw Vivica as the scorned ex who simply wanted closure, while others viewed 50 Cent's behavior as comedic gold, praising him for telling it like it is. But listen to this. The bitterness only amplified when Vivica dropped hints that 50's public bravado was masking deeper insecurities. She suggested he was too concerned with protecting his image and that he often lashed out when he felt that image was threatened. That idea intrigued fans, who remembered how often 50 Cent...
She thought I was just saying this stuff like I was overselling.
Right.
But I had really the plan, like the layout.
Yeah.
Like something said, and then...
You had the vision.
And then she went off doing stuff that's because she didn't...
She didn't believe it.
clashed with other celebrities, J. Rule, The Game, and others who'd faced his relentless trolling. Perhaps his feud with Vivica was just an extension of that never-ending cycle. The temperature of their feud rose even higher when 50 Cent got entangled in accusations of homophobia. At one point, he blamed a show's ratings dip on too much gay stuff, prompting a wave of backlash. People on social media were appalled by the comments, and they demanded accountability. That's when Vivica Fox stepped in with her own brand of fuel for the fire, implying in an interview that 50 Cent's harsh stance might actually be a case of the pot calling the kettle black. Suddenly, the internet was alive with speculation about his personal life. Vivica never explicitly spelled out what she was hinting at, but she didn't have to. Viewers pounced on every word, convinced she was exposing 50 Cent for projecting his own hidden truths onto others. He retaliated with wild claims of his own, alleging she had forced certain intimate acts on him. The entire ordeal turned into a messy mixture of insinuations and clapbacks, each side trying to land the bigger blow. But that wasn't everything. Vivica doubled down, accusing 50 Cent of crossing a line he would regret. Insiders whispered that she had more dirt on him, things that would cause him serious embarrassment if she chose to go public. Of course, rumors flew that she might reveal more details about his personal life, adding another layer of tension to an already volatile feud. Nobody knew what was truth and what was mere speculation, but the possibility of more bombshells was enough to keep fans glued to the drama. In recent months, Vivica Fox stepped out with a new look that had everyone talking. At almost 60, she debuted a curvier figure that sparked rumors of cosmetic enhancement, a BBL or some form of surgery. While it's not unusual for celebrities of any age to tweak their appearance, Vivica's transformation caught people off guard, mainly because she'd long been praised for aging naturally and gracefully. Online chatter was immediate.
You know how sometimes you've dated someone and no matter how much you've cared for them, you just know you're not right for each other.
Yeah.
And that's okay.
Fans cheered her on, saying she had every right to do what made her happy. Others criticized her for taking a risk that felt out of character. 50 Cent, never one to shy away from a chance to stir the pot, initially appeared to appreciate her new figure. He teased that it looked good, leading some fans to speculate that maybe their old flame was about to rekindle. But listen to this. He switched gears almost overnight, posting an unflattering video of Vivica and contrasting it with the heavily edited social media shot. Suddenly, he was mocking her transformation, implying that her body was botched and that she'd have trouble finding a partner. The internet ate it up, and many turned against Vivica, ridiculing her altered silhouette. Vivica, however, was not about to let him have the last word. Sources close to her claimed she was livid, reminding everyone that 50 Cent had always been petty, but that she could match him blow for blow if needed. She warned him publicly and privately that if he didn't stop talking about her, she might be forced to spill even more private information. The newly coined BBL Vivi was ready for war, and the stage was set for yet another round in their ongoing confrontation. Anyone hoping the dust would settle was quickly proven wrong. Their feud now seemed fueled by an endless supply of bitterness and history. According to insider chatter, Vivica was prepared to dish on old secrets about 50 Cent's early career deals, personal choices he made to maintain his tough image, and even certain behind-the-scenes issues that might raise eyebrows. Whether those secrets are factual or mere rumor remains unknown, but the threat alone had fans wondering if 50 Cent might finally tone down his trolling. But that's not all. 50 Cent continued his own brand of provocation, posting cryptic messages on social media about old flames who can't move on and washed-up exes. While he never named Vivica directly, it didn't take a detective to figure out who he was talking about. The cycle of accusations, clapbacks, and new rumors has become so habitual that it sometimes feels like a twisted tradition. One neither party.
You know what? I will always have a very special place in my heart for him, just because at one point I was in love with him.
Yeah.
I dated him, you know what I mean? But no, that ship has sailed. And
How long did you date?
So good. It was crazy. We only dated for I think it was less than 6 months.
He can quit. At this point, people often wonder, why do 50 Cent and Vivica Fox keep going at each other after all these years? Some blame nostalgia. Perhaps they're both still replaying the memories of a romance that felt electric at the start. Others suspect it's a tug-of-war over ego and pride, with neither willing to be the one who backs down first. 50 Cent has built an empire partly on his abrasive, unfiltered approach to rivalries, and Vivica has consistently shown she won't be bullied or silenced. The media, of course, loves this never-ending story. Each new round of drama generates headlines, comments, and viral moments. But listen to this. There are those who speculate the feud is partly orchestrated, another form of publicity to keep them both relevant in an age where attention spans are short and scandals come and go with every news cycle. While that theory might seem far-fetched, it's not impossible in the world of celebrity culture. Both stars benefit from staying in the spotlight, and a high-profile spat will always attract viewers. The biggest question now is whether this feud can ever truly be put to rest. Vivica Fox has hinted that she's willing to set boundaries and move on, but only if 50 Cent also stops dredging up their past. He, on the other hand, thrives on poking fun at almost anyone who criticizes him. So it's hard to imagine him cutting back on his favorite pastime. If history is any indicator, all it would take is one offhand comment or a single social media post from either side to reignite the sparks. It gets worse. The more each party tries to defend themselves, the deeper they sink into the feud, giving the public a front-row seat to a drama that seems both bitter and oddly entertaining. Fans are split between those who think they need to have a final sit-down talk and those who enjoy the spectacle. Either way, every new development...
With Vivica.
Oh, with Vivica.
She was making me feel like a little boy.
Hey, but look, she's still talking about you.
...adds fuel to the rumor mill, keeping 50 Cent and Vivica Fox locked in a saga that feels like it could go on forever. From that first spark of attraction to the roller coaster of accusations and cryptic messages, the 50 Cent and Vivica Fox saga feels more like an elaborate soap opera than a typical Hollywood breakup. They have publicly loved, hated, mocked, and exposed each other, all under the watchful gaze of fans who have grown to expect nothing less than chaos whenever their names collide. Even now, after 2 decades, their story keeps evolving. New controversies, renewed beefs, and endless online chatter about who's in the wrong. The potshots fly back and forth, with Vivica threatening to unveil secrets that could rock 50 Cent's polished image, and 50 refusing to back down from the habit of trolling that has defined his public persona. Will they ever truly leave each other in peace, or are they forever bound by this tangled web of resentment and chemistry? Only time will tell. For now, the saga continues, giving us all a spectacle of unfiltered clashes, passionate accusations, and surprising revelations. One thing is for sure. If either of them decides to air more dirty laundry, we'll be here with popcorn in hand, waiting to see how the next chapter unfolds. In the meantime, we can only wonder what might have happened if they'd chosen a quieter path, one that didn't transform their once promising romance into a legendary feud that refuses to end.